All right, Mr. Ralph Baxter, running for the U.S. House of Representatives in District 1.
Good evening, everyone. It's a great pleasure for me to be here tonight. Just for starters, it's so encouraging that we have this many Democrats, or almost all Democrats apparently, but this many Democrats together to talk about this coming election. This will be one of the most important elections in history in the United States, and the spirit representing this room is really important. Wood County is important to me in this election. This is the first time I've ever run for public office, ever. And Wood County is important to me. Partly it's important to me because my cousin Pam Schuman and her husband Dan Bryant live here and were ministers here for many years. Some of my happiest memories of life were childhood in Wellsburg, where Pam and I lived years and years ago. The other reason this is important to me is that my campaign got unofficially started here in the home of Darrell and Lydia Cabranchi one rainy evening when I was thinking about running for office, and it was a wonderful evening with citizens here in Parkersburg talking about the issues, and it was part of the inspiration for me to make my decision to run. So tonight, it's a blue wave dinner. As Judy said, if we're going to have a blue wave, we're going to have to work. We're going to have to work hard to make this happen. But we can make it happen. One of the reasons we can make it happen, you just heard, when you heard that many outstanding candidates that we had here just tonight, just here in this room. We can win this with good candidates like that if we work hard. But the other reason is the people of the United States and the people of this state want something different. They want a government with more common sense in it. They want a government that is more decent than our government is behaving. And they want a government that listens to them, that responds to their interests. Today's government responds far too much to what is best for the political parties or best for those wealthy contributors who fund the campaigns. And we need, is there anyone in the room who disagrees with me about that? So we need candidates, we need a government that is decent, that is common sense in response to the interests of the people. And this is one of the two fundamental reasons that I am running for office for the first time in my life. You deserve a government of that kind, and I'm prepared to help give you that kind of government. The other reason I'm running for Congress is that we need jobs in West Virginia. At the core of all of the challenges we have in our state is that we don't have enough high-paying jobs for our people. We don't have enough high-paying jobs for people to make ends meet. We don't have enough high-paying jobs for families to be stable and cohesive. We don't have enough high-paying jobs to permit our young people to stay here after they've graduated from college or finished their education. And we don't have enough high-paying jobs to give people hope. And the absence of hope is part of why we have this drug problem that we have. It isn't the only reason by any means, but it's part of it. We need more high-paying jobs in West Virginia. When Pam and I grew up in Brooke County, there were enough high-paying jobs. Our parents had jobs that enabled them to provide lives for us, to pay for all of the expenses of our family, to have vacations, buy a car now and again. That was the American way of life, the West Virginia way of life. And we don't have that now because so many of those jobs are gone. I know something about jobs. I spent many years of my life outside of the state, and 16 years ago I came back. I came back and I brought jobs with me. What brought me back to West Virginia was a decision to put our operations center of my law firm. I was blessed to run one of the largest law firms in the world. And we were looking for a place to put the operations center, the nerve center of our law firm. We wanted to put it in a place that had hard-working people who valued their jobs. And when we started talking about it, I said, well, I know such a place. I grew up in it. And we looked at West Virginia, we looked at all 48 continental states, and we picked West Virginia. And we located our center in Wheeling, West Virginia 16 years ago. And 16 years later, we have 1,500 high-paying, information-age jobs in one town here in our district in Wheeling. My law firm started that with 70 jobs. We've grown it by 500% during those 16 years. We now have 350 high-paying jobs. We brought another company to Wheeling that now has 500 to 600 high-paying jobs at the other end of Main Street in Wheeling, doing the work of another 10 to 12 of the largest law firms in the world. And most recently, the health plan moved from Ohio to Wheeling, West Virginia, and they brought 500 high-paying information-age jobs. So in one of our cities, just one, in Wheeling, we have today 1,500 high-paying jobs, new jobs, jobs that are part of tomorrow's economy. I want to preserve all of the traditional jobs we have in our state, all the coal jobs, all the oil and gas jobs, the manufacturing, the agriculture, all of it. But we need to diversify our economy, as Morgan said earlier. We've got to do more. We need more jobs than we have. And I've learned in these 16 years that we can do that. I've learned in 16 years that local government, private industry can collaborate together to grow jobs. What we did in Wheeling, every community in this district can do. We can do it here in Parkersburg, we can do it in Clarksburg, in Bridgeport, in Fairmont, in Morgantown, the Northern Panhandle, everywhere in the district. But most important, I've learned this in the last 16 years. The workers of West Virginia are competitive with the workers of any state in the United States. They're competitive with the workers anywhere in the world. The work that we're doing in Wheeling and all these different businesses in Wheeling was otherwise going to be done in New York City or Chicago or San Francisco. And we're doing it all right there, and we're doing it better. And that's the second reason I'm running for Congress. I want to help us work together to bring jobs back to West Virginia. And if I'm elected, I'll do everything I can every day that I'm in office representing you to do just that. The first person that I talked to about bringing our jobs to West Virginia was Bob Wise when he was then a congressman, which was what gave me the idea that a congressman can be a big part of bringing jobs. Joe Manchin does this, Senator Rockefeller did this, Senator Byrd did this. We can help. So I'm going to close by sharing two things with you. So three. One, I need your support to win this primary. But if you support me, I promise you, I will work as hard to win this general election in November as I've ever worked at anything in my life. Because we need a better government. And I'll tell you one more thing. If I am nominated and we work together, we will win this election in November, and we will take this House seat back. Thank you. Baxter.